So you want to manifest your dream reality? Follow me. Follow me. Follow me. Bosskatie. Follow me. Follow me.
Hey guys, welcome new friends and family and viewers around the world. Welcome to the first episode of Manifest Your Reality with Bosskatie. That's me. And this is my new show on PBM TV, prime time hour, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And on my segment, I am going to be taking you on an adventure every week of entertaining vlogs and videos that I've been taking for the past 6 to 7 years in festivals, in my travels, different cities that I've lived in. And really, I've been documenting my spiritual journey and the path of my awakening as we are going through this global shift in consciousness. My downloads started several years ago that we needed more conscious media and entertainment so that our society has something to follow with actual substance and love and healing and learning, because we all have been experiencing this worldwide epidemic. And in order for us to stay alive and thrive, we have to unify. And that is everything that I stand for. So I use my vlogs and my festival videos as a way to bring you not just entertainment, not just comedy and drama and laughter and tears and everything in between, but also wisdom that I have gained over the years through this transformational journey. So, before we begin and really dive into it, I want to say a couple of things. First of all, shout out to Bare Bones for 1 year anniversary of performing every Thursday from 6 to 9 on PBM TV. Those guys are the backbone of PBM TV, if you ask me. And I had the privilege of meeting them in Las Vegas a couple of months ago for the National Association of Broadcasters convention. And if you stay until the end, I'm going to give you a little promo trailer of our time together. I do want to let you know that this episode and the next 1 to 2 episodes are pre recorded. So I'm actually watching this with you live, but my intention is to start doing lives as soon as I get the software down and am able to live stream and screen share. And what the segment is going to look like is it's going to change a little bit every week. Some weeks I might be in full costume. Some weeks I might be in my pajamas and a messy bun. It depends on where I'm at that week. And typically, the first half an hour will be vlogs and storytelling. And then the second half will be me kind of dissecting those videos and showing you where I was at in life, what my energy was like, and what I was attracting as a result. And the intention is to educate and inform you guys of how the law of attraction works in your own life. So, by using my personal examples and my experiences, I hope to connect with you because we always have things in common. Everything is energy, everything is intention. If you want to create the reality that you dream of, you absolutely can, even if you don't know what that is yet. And I didn't know what my dream life was 7, 8 years ago. And then it started to unfold, and I was discovering little things about myself and my journey that were shaping and forming my career and my life. And now I am manifesting everything that I have been wanting, and I know that the bigger things are coming because I'm getting the clues and the signs from the universe that everything is lining up for me. And it did take going through some really dark periods to get to this place, but I'm here and I'm so grateful and I'm really excited that you guys are here with me, and I hope that you will continue to come back week after week. All of these videos are going to be posted to my YouTube channel, Bosskatie, one word. And if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, you will also get access to other videos and content that I upload, breaking down some of the things that we talk about on this segment, and then also some more kind of creative and fun videos. And I also have a Patreon, and I have some other channels, Instagram, and working on TikTok, all the things. All the things. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. So thank you, PBM TV, for having me on. It was a pleasure joining you at the National Broadcasters Association. And I am going to take you guys for the next 50 minutes through a little bit of my backstory so that moving forward, you have kind of an idea of where this all began for me. Because, like I just said, before my awakening, which was very drastic and life changing in an instant, I didn't know what I wanted. I was a fashion model with an accounting degree, and I was making really good money modeling, but it wasn't fulfilling me. After a few years, I started feeling like there's got to be more. And I knew I had so much inside of me wanting to come out, and I didn't know how to channel it. And like I said, the process of unfolding took me there. And so, how did I end up here? Well, aside from it starting at being born, really, the bulk of this journey began at the Oregon Eclipse Festival at the Lost Hotel.
Okay, guys, Oregon Eclipse on Thursday. I'm still very much recovering from Shams.
Gotta capture the full effect here.
Did you guys hear that? It is 8 a.m. and the Grove stage is still going strong, and it's right there. And I've been since like 6:30. I've been like, okay, I thought they got off at 7:30. I was like, okay, just 10 more minutes. So I've just been laying here. I have earplugs in right now, but it doesn't help at all. So I feel brain dead. So first things first, coffee. That will definitely help. So let's start there. Okay, got my coffee. It's helping already. First, I'm going to unload everything out of my car. I'm going to start my laundry, and then I'm going to go clean my car out because I'm probably going to sleep in there, and it would be nice to be vacuumed and clean. Then I can assess the situation, one step at a time today.
So that dream catcher in my hands is part of an art installation that I created for a festival called What the Festival earlier that year. And my mom and I actually made those together out of stained glass and crystals. And They were based on the 4 elements. So there was earth, fire, water, and air. I actually had applied for an art installation for the Oregon Eclipse Gathering, but I didn't get it. So I decided to bring my dream catchers with me anyway. And what ended up happening was better than anything I could have imagined. Had my dream catchers been hung somewhere else in the festival, I wouldn't have had the experience that I did. So that just goes to show you that sometimes when you don't get what you want, actually every time you don't get what you want, it's because something better is waiting for you.
You know what I'm starting to realize too is that even as I get older, like, this is my life. This is my life. Festivals are so important to me, and I'm gonna build a life around this. And I want a whole crew, I want a whole site. Like, I want Wild and Boss to be like a show that's hosted at festivals, and it'll be a big tent, and we'll have it all dialed in, and people can come and get their glitter done by me, and you know, it'll almost be like an MTV type of a thing. Just a vision anyway. So here's something that I kind of want to just talk about really quick, because I now create a wonderful new job up on my vision board since the beginning of the year. Lauren Ruska gave me that card through a little deck thing back in Seattle, and I'm starting to watch the job unfold right in front of me, and it's like a dream come true. I mean, the Lost Hotel, the people there, it's just right. It's all right. All right. Basically, I just have to let everything unfold. I mean, I'm going to be able to use all of my skills. Design, traveling, vlogging, blogging, festival fashion. It's just so perfect. And I'm really excited. This is just the best experience I've ever had. Really special. Really special. Really special. Just so special. And I'm getting encouragement from every single direction. Gosh, my passion is really spot on, and I really am going to help change the world one step at a time, and I'm going to have so much fun doing it. It's funny because all the things I've been praying about and asking for are coming in these packages that are perfect, you know what I mean? And it's like there's no one resource for all the things. It's just like I'm finding what I've been needing in a bunch of different people, a bunch of different places.
So when I had arrived at the Oregon Eclipse Festival, I went alone, and it was a week-long festival celebrating the total solar eclipse of 2017. And it was really a magical and monumental experience. You know, we don't experience a total eclipse a total solar eclipse. So the moon crosses in front of the sun, blacking it out. And it is such a wild experience if you haven't actually seen it for yourself.
How you feeling?
Really good. I shouldn't have looked at that without. Can't believe what I'm seeing right now. This is gonna be sick.
Pretty sick. Yes.
Yes.
How would you describe the feeling right now?
Gnarly.
It's kind of crazy. It's getting colder.
Yeah,
so
it's
it's
colder.
definitely
People I've seen in one spot.
Right?
Yeah, it's a huge gathering of people. It's getting colder by the minute.
pretty unreal that we get to experience this.
And there will be more throughout our lifetime, but it's a rare occurrence and it can only be viewed in certain areas, certain parts of the planet when it does occur. So in 2017, it was in Oregon and I was living in the Northwest. So I went. It was just really special for me. And I met a bunch of people who were all living in Phoenix, Arizona. That were like-minded as me, that were involved in the festival culture and festival fashion and throwing events and, healing ceremonies. And I was in a place in my life where I had just moved away from Oregon back to Washington temporarily, and I was looking for my next move. And so I was called to move to Phoenix. And Phoenix, Arizona was where I had just a dark night of the soul. God, oh my gosh. Like, I thought my first dark night was bad when I was like in my early 20s, which for me was struggling with depression, body dysmorphia, bulimia. I was modeling, but I really hated myself and I treated myself horribly. And I was great at faking being happy. So most of my friends or people in my life, they could not tell that I was going through all of that. But behind my smile was a very trapped young woman. And it took me having a near-death experience to decide to change my ways. And it was in that moment, and I'll tell that story another time, but it was in that moment where I realized I had to change. And I prayed to God in a elevator that was stuck when I was waiting for the fire department to get me out on my way to the hospital because I was dying. And I prayed in that elevator for the first time in many, many, many years that if God gave me another chance at life, I would change and I would treat my body differently. And I knew that the life I was living was not my best life. I didn't know how, I didn't know what it was going to look like, but I made the commitment on that day, and I have been committed ever since to bettering myself, to learning, to growing, to facing my shadows, to healing my relationship with food and my body and society programming. And I dove head first into my spiritual growth. I started listening to audiobooks and podcasts and guided meditations, and I just went all in. And everything in my life changed. That all happened before the Oregon eclipse. Years before. So by the time I got to Oregon eclipse, I was well on my healing journey and bright-eyed and bushy-tailed about the future, because as I was healing my spirit and my body and my mind, I started receiving downloads, very, very clear visions from God, from my higher self, about what I'm here to create and about my path and my leadership role in society. And part of that was to use my voice and my wisdom and my platforms to share what I know about manifestation, law of attraction, healing mind, body, spirit, yoga, tantra, and then on top of that, media and entertainment and fun things like performing. And I make short films and music videos, and it's all coming together in this really beautiful way that I now am committed to sharing with you weekly here on PBM TV and on YouTube and on Twitch, and also consistently throughout. So as you get to know my backstory over the next few weeks, I'm going to bring you up to speed to the present and where I'm at now compared to where I was 5 years ago. After the Oregon eclipse is when my vlogging journey really started. And I decided to move to Arizona. And I did so with $1,000 to my name. Didn't really know anybody. I didn't have a job or a place lined up. I just knew that it was time for me to go to the sun and escape the winter of the Northwest. Seasonal depression. It is a real thing. And so, you guys, my next clip that I want to share with you is living out of my car with a big dream and a big vision, but not really having all the pieces and not knowing how to really manifest. And so I want to show you, I'll show you these clips, and then we're going to circle back and I'm going to talk about them. So here it is.
My first stop was the baseball field. You know they're my fave. I had to film something for GoFundMe. How else was I going to raise money?
I'm about to put myself completely on the line because I have nothing to lose. I already almost lost my life. So there's literally nothing for me to lose. The worst thing that could possibly happen to me from this is that nobody wants to support me and I get humiliated. And humiliation is fleeting because 10 days from now, nobody's gonna care if I'm not successful. But a lot of people will care if I am successful and it's worth the risk. You know? That tractor is killing me. It's so hilarious. I love parks.
In case you're wondering, I've raised $150. I was able to find shelter at Clay and Lyle's. They went out for Lyle's going away dinner, which I wasn't invited to. Not that I wanted to go. Obviously, this was more important.
Alright, I'm almost done with this video. I'm gonna get it to start uploading because I know it's gonna take like 4 or 5 hours to publish to YouTube. I am ready for the party. So as soon as I knock another 3 seconds off this video, gonna upload that shit, and then I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna start my petition. You believe in my cause, you believe in what I'm doing, Well, this is what real talk is all about, right? I thought I would have life figured out by today, and I don't. But that'll change. It'll change soon. Homeless, broke, no job. I can't even like go drive for Lyft if I wanted to because I literally have all this shit in my car. And I don't really know what to do. I literally have nowhere to go. And unless I get a hold of money, like, no one is gonna rent to me. So this has to work. It has to. Okay. What I am gonna do is take all these signatures that I got. I did actually kicked ass last night. I worked really hard and I met a lot of people. Like, look at all these email addresses. That's a lot. I haven't counted them. There's like 20 here. I'm gonna email these people and then I'm gonna hit the road. I'm gonna go to LA and see what happens.
Sometimes you just gotta sing it out with Apple.
Life's like this.
Avril, I finally made it to Hollywood, where anything could happen, right?
Okay, so I've made it to LA in one piece. Jill's not going to be home for another 40 minutes, so I'm just going to sit here in my car, maybe sleep, just chilling with everything I own. Anything could happen. Basically, for the rest of the weekend, I'm going to be on the streets petitioning for my cause. And, you know, it only takes that one person to believe in you to completely change your life, right? Or maybe multiple people will believe in me. Or I don't know, but something's got to give, because I know that I am on this path. I'm on this journey. I'm where I'm supposed to be. I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm letting the downloads come, and then I'm doing whatever I'm told. And this is what I'm being told to do. So I'm here, and I'm not leaving until I reach my goal. It's happening. It's going to happen. This is how manifesting works. I really wanted it to be easy. But universe is like, that's too easy. For you, Katie, too easy. Okay, let's just take a pause there, because that is not how manifesting works. I was trying to control the how and the outcome, and that backfired. When you let go of the hows and when you're not attached to the outcome, that's when it works out for you. So, for example, with the Oregon eclipse, I brought my dream catchers with the hope that I could hang them up somewhere. And I wasn't attached. And if anything, I could just hang them up at my camp. But it ended up working out and led to something super magical. Or with Shambhala, for example, I manifested that, I manifested a press pass 2 days before the event by being very detached. I sent in my application weeks before that, and I totally let it go. I was like, they didn't contact me, so I'm not going to be going. That's fine. It gives me more time to get ready for Oregon eclipse. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they had a spot open up, and I went. And I manifested other cool things, but we'll do a Shambhala episode eventually. But anyway, back to that clip. Young grasshopper, you had so much to learn. It only took me 5 years to master the vibration and actually understand how chasing things repels them. Trying to control how things are going to work out never goes according to your plan. But when you set the intention and you know what you want and then you let it go and you are focusing on other things, it pretty much always works out. So just keep that in mind. Okay. Friday, November 3rd. Full moon in Taurus tonight. I didn't sleep last night because I'm so excited about what I'm about to go do. Let me just tell you a quick little story. So last night, I'm thinking to myself, okay, what am I going to do next? Something's got to give, right? Something's got to come up. And then I asked Jill, I was like, what's the best place for me to go out in public and just try to catch attention? The first thing she said was Santa Monica. Then I opened up my laptop and Reese Witherspoon, a video of her at the 2015 Glamour Awards popped up, which I'd never seen before. I don't even know, it just popped up. I didn't even click on it. So I watched her video and she's talking all about empowering women in the entertainment industry and that whole thing. Go watch the video, it's on my Facebook page. And so I'm like, okay, I'm picking this up. So then I look up her production studio and it's in Santa Monica. I'm like, okay. And if there's one person in this world that I really think would take a chance on me, it's Reese Witherspoon. Why not? She seems like a really cool lady. I've got my power juice. I've got all the confidence in the world, and I've got nothing to lose. So I'm gonna sit my ass outside of her production company all day long until enough people say, who's that girl sitting out front of our office? Who's that girl? Who's that girl? And be like, go check out my video. Katie Shay saves the day. And then watch my other stuff and then have Reese call me. Because this is a serious and important matter. This is real life. This is it.
with kids and tube socks. But she doesn't know who I am. And she doesn't give a damn about me. Yeah, I'm just a teenage dirtbag baby.
Okay, so I'm at 201 Wilshire Boulevard in Santa Monica, which is where this Pacific Standard Productions is supposed to be, but I don't see them listed. So obstacle number 1. Where do I go? Let's think about this for a moment. Who else is on here? West Coast Pictures. iFortune. Financial Management. University Tutors. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. Let's start with West Coast Pictures. I'll tell them that I'm looking for Pacific Standard. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so my phone was about to die, so I came to this cafe to charge it, and I'm brainstorming ideas on what to do next. I think what I'm gonna do is find a store nearby that maybe sells some paper, and I'm just gonna make a sign. I have this chair. I'm gonna find an interesting corner to go sit on with a sign that says, homeless, jobless, with big dreams. Ask me anything. Or something like that. I don't know. And then just, see what happens. Yeah. There was a paper source right next door to the cafe that I was just at, so that was easy. I bought some paint markers and a poster board. I'm gonna make a sign. And I'm gonna go sit on the busiest intersection that I can find. Do you guys think I'm crazy? I am crazy. I am. I've known that for a pretty long time now. But I don't care. Because life is so much more fun when you're crazy and when you don't care. Again, what is the worst thing, the worst possible situation is that I have to go back to Spokane where it's snowing. And God's not gonna do that to me. I've come too far. My faith is too strong. This marker takes forevsies. This board and these chalk markers were $20. So, life is a trip. What should my sign say? This guy is out here chasing his dreams too. And I'm gonna do this.
Oh, thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
God bless you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Cheers. Because you know what? This world is all about giving. Okay, so walking in faith means paying attention to your emotions and letting them flow, release, and then moving on. So even though I was really high an hour ago, now I'm crying because my friend that I'm staying with is kicking me out, and someone else that I called that said that they were there for me isn't. And so now I'm like actually homeless, like actually sleeping in my car tonight. But at least I'm going to a show first, and that is gonna be great because I'm gonna dance and I don't fucking care. I'll sleep in my car because you know what? This matters to me. And even when your friends turn your back on you and you have literally no one, when your parents don't believe in you, when you have nothing, the one thing you can always count on is that God's got your back. He just does. And that's the one source, the source, God's source, cosmic universe, is always gonna have your back. At the end of the day, I'm either gonna die or I'm gonna get humiliated, or
I'm gonna come out on top, and I'm gonna be strong, and I'm gonna prove that no matter what, if you have a dream, you can make it happen. Especially with a beautiful view like this. Something's gonna happen, you guys. It's gonna take me by surprise. It's gonna come out of nowhere. It's gonna be completely unexpected, but something is gonna happen, and this is gonna work. And I'm not giving up.
And there I sat for about 2 more hours, talking to people as they walked by, staring out into the ocean. I had no idea what was going to come next. All I know is that I have a vision to make the world a better place, and I stand for faith. So, something's going to happen. Now we just have to wait.
So I'm out here with Joseph. Joseph, do you believe in me?
Yes.
Do you believe that I can change the world?
I do. I think all of us have a sort of a small piece of power to contribute to that. Depends on how bad you want.
I want it so bad.
Oh, you do.
Thanks, Joseph.
Beautiful thing. You really are. Thank you.
I'm just gonna sit here for a moment, because at this point, the only thing that I have left is my faith and my car. Love you, Harvey. Never leave me. I'm just gonna sit here, and I'm gonna pray, and I'm gonna watch the people go by. That's all for now.
What a day. I stayed on Santa Monica Boardwalk until it got dark and kind of cold. Then I decided it was time to try my luck back in LA.
Today was a good day. Yes, if you're following my story, you know that my circumstances, I mean, look at this. I still look like a, I don't know, comic book character. And I don't care. I don't live in this city. I don't care if people judge me. I don't care if I leave here without any money. I mean, obviously, you guys know that I want a book advance. But if I leave this city in the same position that I came in, I still have life. And I can still dance, and I can still drink juice, and I can still talk to all of you. So no matter what happens, life is good, and we're gonna have fun tonight. So here we go, huh?
Check this out. The electronic hookahs, you guys. This is really cool. It's better for your lungs. It feels like a hip cleaner, for real. It's like the best smoke, the best flavor. Nicki Minaj, look at that. This is an exciting news. And the total cost for each being in here should have been $17. 10 cover, 5 hookah, and 2 for water. And I got all of them for free. Oh, sad. Okay, my friends. It's 12:30. My friend kicked me out and doesn't want to talk. So looks like I am sleeping in my car tonight. But it's going to be worth it. Pretty much nobody believes me, except for strangers that I meet on the street. But it's okay. I know what I know. You just gotta hang in there. Be strong. Remain calm. And just trust that everything is gonna work out, I think. And it's gonna be. May I get a fork and a knife? Yeah, thanks. So, gonna let my spirit die. I'm gonna do whatever it takes. And I'm gonna be successful. So, oh girl. Woo! Okay. Okay. Here we go. Well, actually, I'm just gonna take my time. I'm gonna be okay.
I'm getting really hungry, so I'm gonna eat this free macaroon that I got. Oh, it got smashed. Oh, this is how I feel right now. Smashed pistachio macaroon.
So, energetically, my biggest problem with the approach that I was taking to manifest a book advance or some wild miracle of $30,000 is I was chasing the money and I didn't really have a clear business plan. I didn't have all the pieces of what I was supposed to do. I just knew I was supposed to change the world. I knew I was supposed to write a book. I knew I was supposed to have a YouTube channel. But I was in scarcity mindset. I mean, I just moved to a new city with no place to live and barely any money. And I was living out of my car. And, it was cool because I got to talk to a lot of homeless people and learn about the choices and how a lot of homeless people choose homelessness. I learned that through talking to them. And they, I think, do that because there's a certain level of surrender when you are just living off the grid and living in the moment with the land and the people around you. And I'm not recommending this to anybody, but I will say that the experience is very humbling and it's also very miraculous because, at least for me, there was still always food when I needed it. And of course I had my car, so I wasn't fully homeless, but I didn't know what was coming next. And I was running out of money. And I was desperate. I was so desperate. You think if I would have met Reese Witherspoon on that day, that she would have even given me the time of day? Doubtful. She'd be like, whoa, you're in LA with every other young girl trying to chase your dream. Like, go collect yourself. You know what I mean? But look how passionate I was. It's kind of cute and endearing in a way. It's slightly embarrassing, but there's no such thing as embarrassing on my channel because I am so used to embarrassing things happening that I don't really get embarrassed. I just accept my weirdness. Anyway, so from there, I moved into a house with a guy named John Luther. And he was the creator or the owner of Full Moon Festival, which was great because I was trying to get plugged into the festival community. So things were still lining up for me. And I met people that were a part of my journey and my transformation. And then I went through literal hell. Like, I don't plan to get too deep into that right now. But let's just say I got into a relationship that was very eye-opening. I learned a lot. I learned more about the awakening. I learned more about the truth of what's going on our planet and the dark forces that are running the show right now. I think that the pandemic has really shown us where the major flaws are in our system. And it's pretty much looking, I don't want to say common sense because I don't want to offend anybody, because not everybody actually is fully aware of the societal programming and the neurolinguistic programming and the way that the media and the current entertainment industry has shaped our culture and our minds, and how we really are living in human slavery. Not only is there actual human slavery happening worldwide, I mean, human trafficking is a billion-dollar industry, you guys. And that is a really big passion of mine. So that's going to be a subject that will come up. And on my show, you guys, there are going to be subjects that are uncomfortable and are triggering. And it's because in order to transcend and transmute the darkness into light, you have to be willing to face it. And if you decide to remain in ignorance, I promise you, you are not exalted. You are not living your best life. You may have a lot of money. You may have the nice house and the cars and the material things. But I guarantee you, the deeper meaning to life hasn't quite hit. And the reason why this is so important is because it's going to take a village to save the people. It's going to take a lot of villages all over the world, which is why, getting back to the root of my journey and this show, which is festivals. Everything in my journey started with festivals. Transformational festivals literally healed me. Like, that is the pillars. The pillars of my journey was going to these events where I was exposed to medicine, music, healing, just modalities that are being used and offered to us that can actually heal your cells on a cellular level. You know, crystals and singing bowls and sound vibrations and eye pyramids and really like up and coming technology that is here to actually give us longevity and health and raise our vibration and clear, open our third eye so that we can see. So that we can see the beauty and the glory of Mother Earth, of God, of the cosmic wonder that makes up you and I. We truly are all one. We came from one source. And if any of this is kind of like going over your head at all, I just really encourage you to like stay and let your mind open and expand your consciousness. And just, if you're trying to control, or you're like, oh no, that's not real, or that is your mind messing with you. Because these things are real. They are scientifically proven to be real. Energy, manifestation, law of attraction, mindset, all of the best mindset coaches in the world are going to talk about how success begins in the mind. So, festivals. You're going to see a lot of my festival adventures and more to come, because circling back to the village comment is that I plan on building festivals for the rest of my life. As my channels grow, as my revenue grows, it is all going back into my communities. Well, and me and my cats and my loved ones, but like, I am very passionate about making sure that I'm giving more than I'm receiving. And to me, that looks like buying land and traveling to other lands, working with local communities to bring people together, to teach them how to be more self-sufficient, more sustainable, how to prepare, how to develop your intuition, survival skills, all these things that we are going to need, because think about how much humanity shifted in 2020 and 2021 and even now. You guys, things can change at the drop of a hat, especially when there's forces in control as big as there are. So, like I said, it takes unity and community and love to heal everything. The planet, the animals, the food, the water, the people. Like, wouldn't you love to actually live in a utopia where you don't have to stress about how you're going to get food on the table, and the food that you eat is clean, and everybody has a role? None of this comparison, competition. This is about working together. This is about everybody tuning in to their calling and what their heart wants to do. And I promise you, everybody has a role. There is enough abundance to go around. There is enough resources. There is enough land. There is enough everything to go around. We are not overpopulated on planet Earth. There is so much untapped land. So much. It's just the ones on top want to control and manipulate and keep their power. But there's land over here, guys. Let's go get it. Let's build on it. Let's irrigate it. Let's grow. Let's farm. Like, let's get back to the roots and the core of what it means to be a human being on planet Earth, connected to Gaia and to each other and living in love. That is what I'm here to preach. That is what I'm here to teach. That is what I'm here to embody. And that is what I am committed to. I am devoted to this path. It's currently Virgo new moon, just happened a couple days ago. So we're in Virgo season. And that means discipline and focus and devotion. And I am aligned with that right now, my friends. And I really hope that this message has been received and that I'm making sense. And I hope that you'll return time and time again and subscribe to my channels. And I will continue to bring you more raw, real, honest, vulnerable, transformational, educational, comical content. All right, you guys, we're going to end this segment with a little promo reel that I made with Bare Bones when we met in Las Vegas. They perform every Thursday from 6 to 9 right before my show. So be sure to hop on a little early and jam out with them. And I'm really looking forward to going live with you guys and answering your questions and interacting with you and really building community here on PBM TV and on my YouTube channel, my Instagram. Go subscribe to my channel at Bosskatie for more videos and more content. And if you want to be even more involved and support this mission, you can go subscribe to my Patreon, where I release behind the scenes footage you can't get anywhere else, behind the scenes of all the different projects and short films and music videos and bloopers, and then also private Q&As and access to my network. So if you are passionate about festivals or building community or just making the world a better place, I suggest going and becoming a community member on my Patreon. I'm launching it exclusively with this episode of PBM TV, so I'm really excited, you guys. So much good content coming, and I will see you all next Thursday. Ciao.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. Make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared I walk a straight path. Not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb. And I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I will get back up, 'cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is tough.